you want to do, but you got to learn to be great. I'm tired of people out here playing in the game, man. You're taking up space and opportunity. So I'm here to get this real game back to y'all. If you don't like it, get out the way, man. Because we're on a whole new era, man. And we ain't going to be stopped. Real spill. Let's get it.
It's the Plug Podcast. Fuck you, man. You already know what's going on, nigga. CrossFit. Oh shit. Hop up in the mosh pit. Represent the truth. And you know we finna talk shit. I play black and slow, but not slow and black. If you try to run some game, that shit will not last. Very woke and dope without the nonsense. Mine is very me, I'm in my conscience. Disregard the hate inside the comments. Plug your heart and make you start to form it. This the vibe that everybody wanted. I said, this the vibe that everybody wanted. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't you try to stop my job. Yeah, we finna get this bill. Only real ones in my squad. Alabama where I'm posted. Mad cause you ain't got motion. Niggas softer than lotion. My drip wetter than the ocean. Alabama where I'm posted. Mad cause you ain't got motion. Niggas softer than lotion. Wetter than the ocean. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I'm with Cross, we finna ride. Niggas talking shit, but we gon' thrive. Got the viewers running up another live. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, I'm out of CrossFit, oh shit. Hop up in the mosh pit, represent the truth, and you know we finna talk shit. I play black and slow, but not slow and black. If you try to run some game, that shit will not last. Very woke and dope without the nonsense. Mine is very me, I'm in my conscience. Disregard the hate inside the comments. Plug your heart and make you start to form it. This the vibe that everybody wanted. I said, this the vibe that everybody wanted. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't you try to stop my job. Yeah, we finna get this bill. Only real ones.
Police officer PC David
Hey man, you know what it is, it's man. Yeah, I got my nigga K, what you gotta say to these niggas? Yeah, real shit, real life. Here we go. Hey, hey, I feel like Cross, I'm a motherfucking boss. I got the drip, and you know I got the sauce. I tell these fuck ass niggas get lost. Coming through your chimney like I'm goddamn Santa Claus. Hey, 2023, and you know I rock my chain. Nigga, boy, I'm grown, I ain't tryna play no games. Doing what we want, and we doing what we claim. It's crazy how they pussy niggas selling out for fame. Like, look at my neck, look at my worth, nigga. I'ma shine so hard, make it hurt, nigga. Been the way that I am since birth, nigga. Tabernacle in the stream with a church, nigga. I'm chosen, I'm chosen. I be in front of the camera posing. You see that choker on my neck and it's frozen. Hey, 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 yeah, I'm chosen. I am not stressed. I pass. Look at my team. You know we gon' win. You know we gon' win. Until the end. You know what I get. Stone C, like my name is Smith. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Run up on me, I'ma make you do flips. Do a back flip. Niggas they cap like an actress. I don't do magic. Pull up on your mama in the tragic, damn. Woo, 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 hey, woo, 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 hey, hey, yeah, hey. You can buy a watch, but you can't buy time. Every day I wake up, I'm on my grind. All that bullshit ain't on my mind. Don't need your help, my nigga, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm real. Yeah. Riding in my whip and I be changing the lane. Got my OG saying I be staying in they brain. Cause I'm going so dope and I hopped in the game. Everything that I got came from excessive pain. Yeah,
Hey, like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to the Buck Podcast. We in the building, y'all. Yeah, y'all, get on up in here. Welcome to the Plug Podcast, y'all. You know how we giving it up. Yo, what's happening, man? We back at it like crack addicts. It's your boy, Big CEO Boss Cross. We in the building, dog. We breaking it down today. I don't know if y'all saw this, man. Y'all see the title. London police accused of what? Man, it's going to blow y'all mind. So this just came out yesterday, right? Yesterday, in between me doing all this other stuff. So yesterday, there was a London police officer, right? Man, this dude for 17 years has been corrupt in the police station. When I mean corrupt, let me tell y'all, this man is accused of raping women, sexually assaulting women for the last 18 years under the noses of the police department. Now, the crazy part about it is they had complaints towards this guy, but for some reason, nobody picked it up and thought he was serious. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, this is all over the news. Y'all get a chance. Y'all can look at it. Look at the article down there in the title, man. But basically, this happened over in London. This just went down. He just confessed to 49 charges. And they're blown away, even to the point it's so bad that now London is thinking about redoing the way their law is working because they need to do some more background checks on these people. It's getting out of hand. And like I said, I couldn't imagine for 18 years somebody over here. I'm talking about this man was breaking in women's houses. He made women slaves. He hit them in the cupboards. He peed on them. Like all type. This is a police officer, everyday police officer. So salute to everybody. Y'all know what time it is. I black out during this time, and we're going to black out on this right here. So y'all hit that like button. I want to see what y'all think about this, man. This is nuts. This is bananas right here.
PC David Carrick was supposed to protect people. Instead, he preyed on them. Serial rapist who used his position first to seduce and then to scare his victim. Saying in court today, he admitted to a terrifying total of 49 offences, nearly half of them rape charges, prompting the head of the force he worked for to apologise to the women he abused.
I recognise that we failed, and I'm sorry, and I know we've let women down. I have tens of thousands of great men and women who really care about policing London, but it's also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
PC Carrick worked as an armed officer at Parliamentary.
Hit that like button, guys.
Almost 2 decades of service, he abused that position to gain his victims' trust. PC David Carrick repeatedly humiliated his victims, locking women in the understairs cupboard of his Hertfordshire home or forcing them to clean the house naked. He referred to his slaves, telling them when they could sleep and eat, and in some cases, urinating on them. But his crimes went undetected by the force he worked for, despite his behaviour being brought to its attention no fewer than 9 times. In 2000, Carrick was accused of burglary and sending abusive messages. Despite this, he passed the vetting procedure to join the Metropolitan Police the next year. Whilst serving, he was accused
I don't get that. I'm sorry. I know y'all watching this, but this right here, this is the type of stuff. Accused of burglary and abusive messages, and he still got hired. What up, Diggs? I see you in the building. We talking about this, Diggs. This happened just yesterday. A London police officer, man. The police, they wild over there. He's been sexually assaulting, enslaving women, raping them, peeing on them. Allegedly Art Kelly them, all types of Slugger, salute Slugger. Yeah, Slugger, this a wild one right here, Slugger. So you ain't never, I don't know if you've seen this one, Slugger, but this one's gonna blow your mind. So let's hit this back. See people starting to come in here. Y'all hit that like button. Again, this is about the London police officer, and we're gonna see what he's accused of.
As a Metropolitan Police officer, PC David Carrick was supposed to protect people. Instead, he preyed on them. A theory who was first to seduce and then to scare his victims into staying silent. In court today, he admitted to a terrifying total of 49 offences, nearly half of them rape charges, prompting the head of the force he worked for to apologise to the women he used.
I recognise that we failed. And I know we've let women down. I have tens of thousands of great women who really care about policing, but it's also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
PC Carrick worked as an armed officer in the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. During almost 2 decades of service, he abused that position to gain his victims' trust. He repeatedly humiliated his victims, locking women in his Hertfordshire home or forcing them to clean the house naked. He referred to women as his slaves, telling them when they could sleep and eat, and in some cases, urinating on them. But his crimes went undetected by the force he worked for, despite his behaviour being brought to its attention no fewer than 9 times. In 2000, Carrick was accused of burglary and sending abusive messages. Despite this, he passed the vetting procedure to join the Metropolitan Police the next year. Whilst serving, he was accused of harassment and assault in 2002 and a domestic incident in 2004. Despite several more allegations against him, none of which led to criminal prosecutions, Carrick was successfully re-vetted in 2017. In July 2021, after being arrested on suspicion of rape, he was placed on restricted duties, but 2 months later, those restrictions were lifted after the charges were dropped. It was only in October 2021 that he was finally suspended from the Met after another accusation of rape by a woman he'd met on a dating app.
This is a man who relentlessly degraded, belittled, sexually assaulted and raped women. As time went on, the severity of his offence intensified as he became emboldened, thinking he would get away with it.
And for 18 years, he did.
This appalling incident represents a breach of trust. It will affect people's confidence in the police, and it's clear that standards and culture need to change.
PC David Carrick's crimes have had a devastating impact on the lives of 12 women. His police force's failure to detect them has destroyed the trust of millions more.
Man, that's crazy. Y'all see that, man? Y'all hit that like button. Man, this dude was wild. I mean, he really, and this just happened. He just confessed yesterday. It was big news over in London yesterday about this police officer, PC police officer, David Carrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should just, that's, you know what I'm saying? Carrick, whatever his name was, that shit crazy to me. Like, this dude was really sick. I mean, he ran that, and the people went and reported him, and he never was charged for it. So the whole time that people been, I mean, he probably had way more complaints against him. You enslaving women, making them cook, clean, walk around your house naked, make them sleep when you wanted them to go to sleep. They had to stay up as long as you wanted to. Man, they gonna end up making a movie about this dude. Because once y'all go in and y'all start seeing this dude, yeah, he was sick and perverted, man. This dude was on one. I just can't believe it when you sit back and you look at it. This dude has some really perverted issues. Like, I mean, where you get off? Like, I mean, had him sleeping in the cupboard. You know what I'm saying? 18 years in law enforcement. That just shows you, man, how the leniency just all around the world. And it's getting more prevalent. It's starting to show more and more. Because I don't understand. You telling me none of his homeboys, nobody knew? 18 years? Somebody, he learned it from somebody. Man, I'm talking about this man was breaking into people's houses, women's houses, and assaulting them and sending assault messages. Basically saying, you better not tell nobody because I'm the law. 12 women he did that to. That's crazy. So I don't know. That's just mind-blowing to me. So you talking about 12 women that you end up doing that to, and at the end of the day, you telling me that nobody knew? That's what I'm saying. Nobody knew. Nobody knew nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like nobody knew that this person was, I mean, let's think about this. Nobody knew that this person was breaking into women's houses. This man was assaulting women. This man was urinating. I mean, just think about the women that they, for years, they couldn't get out of it. You basically had to move. That's the only way I could think of. You had to literally had to move. You sit back and look at it from that point of view. So again, this is crazy. So yeah, again, salute to everybody that's coming in here rocking with your boy. I appreciate y'all rocking with me and everything like that. Like I said again, he actually passed the vet. Yeah. How? Right. When he had a charge before. That's what I'm saying. Like, how was he able to pull that off? Who hooked him up? I mean, you know, think about it. Who hooked him up? So I don't know. I have no idea. See what I'm saying? So I just need y'all to start looking at that. We're going to break this down. Again, I think this is a very, very sick individual. This dude did this. And that's just the 12 women. Think about it. He confessed to 49 other charges. We don't know what the other 49. I didn't look it up. Y'all get a chance as people start coming in here. We're going to start building off this. But yeah, 49 charges was put. You understand? 49 charges, but it was 12 women. So I don't know what entailed, but he confessed to it. He confessed to all the stuff that he's charged with. That's why I think it's more, because he knew he needed an out. So he went ahead and confessed to those, so they probably wouldn't go deep in it. That's the way I'm looking at it. I don't know. I could be wrong. That's what I'm saying. When you sit back and think about it, something's not right with the process here. I don't know. Some definitely is not right with the process, because how did he actually pass that vetting process? How did he do that when they knew that he had a charge, and it wasn't even that like recently right after? But then it goes back to, like we said, they, you know, if you don't have a charge, then you can't charge somebody with something. So they never really fully charged him, and that's how they do him over here. So he was able to go ahead and take it. Probably held him up anyway. Somebody looked out for him. But also somebody knew, like, think about it in his past. You can't tell me. I wonder if he had a wife. Like I said, it's going to be a crazy movie come out. It's going to be more to come out with this, because this dude right here, they said this done shook up London over there. He had to make people apologize. The police had to apologize because they dropped the ball. Were they that desperate for a body to fill that position? Seems like, yeah, to me, it was something. They lacked thereof, or maybe could have been an uncle, family member, somebody. So I don't know. That's why I said this is crazy. You know, when you sit back and you look at it, you're like, okay, so why in the hell So we're going to go ahead and run this back. Salute the people coming in, people that'll be coming in here. Again, this happened in London. This is the police, a police officer that did the most unforgivable stuff, and he's been doing it for 18 years, and we don't know how bad until it comes out. That's why I think he went on in and played it, because he's like, man, no. So it was really, you think about it, no justice was done because the women never got an opportunity to say anything to him. He just went on in and played it. So we don't really know all his backdrop in his story and what he did. So that's the thing that's mind-blowing to me. So y'all hit that like button. And we about to go ahead and show it one more time. Again, salute to the people coming into the chat, and salute to the people that rock with your boy. Yeah.
As a Metropolitan Police officer, PC David Carrick was supposed to protect people. Instead, he preyed on them. A serial rapist who used his position first to seduce and then to scare his victims into staying silent. In court today, he admitted to a terrifying total of 49 offences, nearly half of them rape charges, prompting the head of the force he worked for to apologise to the women he abused.
I recognise that we failed, and I'm sorry, and I know we've let women down. I have tens of thousands of great men and women who really care about policing London, but it's also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
Eric is an armed officer in the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. During almost 2 decades of service, he abused that position to gain his victims' trust. PC David Carrick repeatedly humiliated his victims, locking women in the understairs cupboard of his Hertfordshire home or forcing them to clean the house naked. He referred to women as his slaves, telling them when they could sleep and eat, and in some cases, urinating on them. But his crimes went undetected by the force he worked for, despite his behaviour being brought to its attention no fewer than 9 times. In 2000, Carrick was accused of burglary and sending abusive messages. Despite this, he passed the vetting procedure to join the Metropolitan Police the next year. Whilst serving, he was accused of harassment and assault in 2002 and a domestic incident in 2004. Despite several more allegations against him, none of which led to criminal prosecutions, Carrick was successfully re-vetted in 2017. In July 2021, after being arrested on suspicion of rape, he was placed on restricted duties. But 2 months later, those restrictions were lifted after the charges were dropped. It was only in October 2021 that he was finally suspended from the Met after another accusation of rape by a woman he'd met on a dating app.
This is a man who relentlessly degraded, belittled, sexually assaulted and raped women. As time went on, the severity of his offending intensified as he became emboldened, thinking he would get away with it.
And for 18 years, he did.
This appalling incident represents a breach of trust. It will affect people's confidence in the police, and it's clear that standards and culture need to change.
PC David Carrick's crimes have had an impact on the lives of 12 women. His police force's failure to detect them has destroyed the trust of millions more.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like just the way this man moved, man. That's crazy, dog. Like nobody knew that. Like that's the stuff that's messing me up. Nobody knew that this man was doing all that. Like nobody even had no idea who this man, I mean, come on, bro. Let it make sense. Because it don't make sense right now. You understand what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't make sense. 71 people in here, man. I appreciate y'all coming up in here. We're sitting here talking about London. This is about London. All right, hit that like button. Get on up in here. But this is about London. The London police accused of what? So this guy, like I said again, salute to everybody coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah, 18 years. 18 years this man has been doing that for 18 years. We don't know if did he have a year where he just went hardcore? You know what I'm saying? Where he was just doing it, just like going around just raping women, or did he take some time off it? Was it continuous? What was it? Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Coming in here, hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing but to hit the like button. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So when y'all sit back and think about it, tell me what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, at the end of the day, it's just, to me, it's mind blowing. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get how this man was able. I get it. Don't get it twisted. I get it, but I don't get it because I know those women went and complained. You see what I'm saying? Like those women, like, come on, man. Like, you know, man, I just couldn't imagine those women when they felt like they had no choice. Like, look at this part right here. Hold on. Let me get to it. Like right here, when this woman breaks this down. Look at this.
During almost 2 decades of service, he abused that position to gain his victims' trust. PC David Carrick repeatedly humiliated his victims, locking women in the understairs cupboard of his Hertfordshire home or forcing them to clean the house naked. He referred to women as his slaves, telling them when they could sleep and eat, and in some cases, urinating on them.
I mean, damn, bro. Like, you already kidnapping them. You got to hide it. And my thing is, okay, so this way it get crazy. So you telling me that this man did this for 18 years and knowing he could get away with it, and they said he was brazen about it, that ain't no women missing? You telling me it was just 12 women out of 18 years? Nobody came up missing? That's what I'm saying. This going to be something deeper than that. When you sit back and think about it. Think about that, man. 17 years he been doing that? Now, there's some bodies somewhere. They got some bodies over there by London, dog. They probably know that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why I said it's just really unfortunate. What's with your stone? Mr. Smith is in the building. Jay Smith. Why didn't anybody report him? That's what I want to know. Why anybody didn't report him? Why ain't nobody say nothing about this weirdo right here? Because he definitely was a weirdo. He definitely was a lost case. And for 18 years, man, that's unreal. Mr. Smith, salute to you, Mr. Smith. I don't know if you've been listening, and Jay Smith, you've been listening. This just happened. And you probably did. So this happened, like I said again, this happened just yesterday. That came out. You can go and Google it. A London police officer accused of serial, basically serial R, the serial R word, you know what I'm saying? Taking stuff from women. But he's been doing it for 18 years. That's crazy to me. 18 years. I mean, to the point he was breaking in women's houses, and while he breaking in them, he texting them. You know what I'm saying? Telling them that better not, oh yeah, he done killed a few. Yeah, nothing more important, because man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be, bruh, it's gonna be this a movie right here. They said it shook London up, and you know what? It made the head dog apologize to women because they felt they failed him, and they failed, dog, because he had all these other previous charges, dog. So I'm gonna play this back for everybody. Again, salute to everybody coming in here. Again, this is about this guy right here, man. This guy was one of a kind. So I'll hit that button. Other police was messing with them too, or he was selling them. Man, it could have been. That's some other stuff too. Cause he said it was he called him his slave. Like, bro, he was like, they walked around naked in his house. I'm just like, none of them ran. That's why I said it's gotta be a couple of them that ran. And he did something to them, dog, allegedly. I'm just saying. Allegedly, he did something to them. He had to do something, bro. Real spill. I don't know. So, yeah, y'all hit that like button.
As a Metropolitan Police officer, PC David Carrick was supposed to protect people. Instead, he preyed on them. A serial rapist who used his position first to seduce and then to scare his victims into staying silent. In court today, he admitted to a terrifying total of 49 offences, nearly half of them rape charges, prompting the head of the force he worked for to apologise to the women he abused.
I recognise that we failed, and I'm sorry, and I know we've let...
Yeah, he in trouble. That joke, he in trouble. He is in some serious trouble.
We've let women down. I have tens of thousands of great men and women who really care about policing London, but it's also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
PC.
Whoa, you hear what he said? He said we have tens of thousands of people that want to be police officers, but we got hundreds of them that shouldn't be here. Wow, so it's more than this. This gonna be crazy.
I have tens of thousands of great men and women who really care about policing London, but it's also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
PC Carrick worked as an armed officer in the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. During almost 2 decades of service, he abused that position to gain his victims' trust. PC David Carrick repeatedly humiliated his victims, locking women in the understairs cupboard of his Hertfordshire home or forcing them to clean the house naked. He referred to women as his slaves, telling them when they could sleep and eat, and in some cases, urinating on them. But his crimes went undetected by the force he worked for, despite his behaviour being brought to its attention no fewer than 9 times.
No fewer than 9
In 2000,
times.
Carrick was accused of burglary and sending abusive.
That's what I'm saying. He knows more than what he's saying. I'm talking about the truth. He may know about it too. Yeah, listen, bro. Listen, they act like it was nothing. He got complaints more. They said more, no fewer than. What does that mean? No fewer than 9 times. No more than what? No fewer than 9 times. What? I thought it was few was 5. No fewer than 9 times. I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me.
His behaviour being brought to its attention.
Damn, that's weird.
Fewer than names. In 2000, Carrick
That don't
was
even make
accused
sense.
of burglary and sending abusive messages. Despite this, he passed the vetting procedure to join the Metropolitan Police the next year. Whilst serving, he was accused of harassment and assault in 2002 and a domestic incident in 2004. Despite several more allegations against him, none of which led to criminal prosecutions, Carrick was successfully re-vetted in 2017.
He was re-vetted
in July
back.
2021, after being arrested on suspicion of rape, he was placed
As
on
a police
restricted
officer.
duties. But 2 months later, those restrictions were lifted after the charges were dropped. It
What?
was only in October 2021 that he was finally suspended from the Met after another accusation of rape by a woman he'd met on a dating app.
This is a man who relentlessly beated, belittled, sexually assaulted and raped women. As time went on, the severity of his offending intensified as he became emboldened to get away with it.
And for 18 years, he did.
This appalling incident represents a breach of trust. It will affect people's confidence in the police, and it's clear that standards and culture need to change.
PC Davids have had a devastating impact on the lives of 12 women. His police force's failure to detect them has destroyed the trust of millions more.
Salute, Mario. See you in the building. Yeah, I can't stand people like that either. Yeah. Stone, what you say, Mr. Smith? I meant the chief, not true. And how was he still a police? Man, I don't know, man. He still trying to deal with 1. He had 9. Got suspended, got reinstated. Then got put on suspension because he raped the chick. Then he finally got suspended because he raped the chick again. He raped like 3 chicks in the suspension. Like 3 to 4 chicks, bro. That's crazy. So you can't tell me just 12 women, bro. At 18 years, this dude was, boy, you couldn't, man, think about it. When he got away like that one dude, when he got away, he in the same job. He's in the same job. Like he got, he had security at his job. Something ain't right, dog. Something ain't right. See what I'm saying? Like, y'all, like, let's let it make sense, bro. Let it make sense up in this piece. Y'all let it make sense, dog. I'm just tripping. I can't understand this. This is right here is mind-blowing to me. I ain't gonna lie. Just think about that, dog. How did he get away with that? This stuff it's gonna be bigger, dog. Watch what I tell y'all. Y'all know I be finding them. I just seen this yesterday. I was like, I couldn't believe this. Yeah, salute to Mama Smith. Salute to the Smith family. Yeah, I can't believe it, man. They telling the truth, but not the whole truth. It's not adding up. Why is he still? Yeah, well, he ain't the police no more. He got fired in 2021, but he just got. Let's look back at this dude charges, bro. I'm blown away by his charges. I ain't gonna front. All right, let's pay attention. 120 in the building. Hit that like button. Let's see.
Times. In 2000, Carrick was accused of burglary and sending abusive messages. Despite this, he passed the vetting procedure to join the Metropolitan Police the next year.
So the next year, he's able to get on a squad in less than a year.
Whilst serving, he was accused of harassment and assault in 2002 and a domestic incident in 2004.
Damn, so in 2002, then he had another one in so he beat on somebody in 2004.
Despite several more allegations against him, none of which led to criminal prosecution, Carrick was successfully revetted.
Okay, so 2014 when he got the domestic, and she says several more leading up to 2017, but he still didn't get a charge and got revetted. All right, I'm with you.
In 2017. In July 2021, being arrested on suspicion of rape, he was placed on restricted duties. But 2 months later, those restrictions were lifted after the charges were dropped. It was
wait a minute. How many months was that? Same. So in July, he was on suspicion of rape. And then by no later than September, the charges were dropped. He must have threatened them women. Them charges got dropped. He threatened them women. He was, like they said, he was a beast. Yeah, he had them women scared, bro. Mr. Smith said the UK have some forgiving laws. I see. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, but he threatened them women. He had them scared. No cap.
Dropped. It was only in October 2021 that he was finally suspended from the Met after another accusation of rape by a woman at on dating app.
This is a man who...
Man, how is he still... Bro, this is crazy. Somebody else gonna get in trouble. Somebody else. I bet you that chief, like you said, Mr. Smith, he knew. He had to know. He ain't worth a damn. He knew that. I think he knew that. Let's see. Look at him. Look at his face. He cringing when he said that. Watch this.
I recognise that we failed, and I'm sorry. And I know we've let women down. I have tens of thousands of great men and women who really care about policing London, but it's also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
Man, that statement he said right there, that's why it's going to be bigger. That's why I think it's going to be bigger than what we think. Why would you make that statement? Why would you not focus on that guy? Why would you got to, like I tell you, you got to listen to when people speak. He's telling the truth, but he can't tell it. He said it coming out of his mouth. We have tens and thousands of people that are good. Man, that's a lot of people that police there in London. Tens and thousands of people that are good police officers. But there's some hundreds of them. He didn't say 100. He said plural. Yeah, he knew he was pimping them out. Tell them, yeah. Well, like you said, they might have been doing some trafficking going on. You got to remember, man, and I'm going to do a special on that, how, everybody know that trafficking been going on way back. That's why I did that one with Lucky Luciano, to let people know that it's been that's the biggest business in the world. It always been the pimping business. Exactly. Yeah, the pimping business was the biggest business in the world. That's what people don't understand. That's what make this world go around. The hustling and the pimping. That's what they do. So let's hear what he said one more time.
To the women he abused.
I recognise that we failed, and I'm sorry, and I know we've let women down. I have tens of thousands of great men and women who really care about policing London, but it's also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
Man, that's deep, dog. He probably can't. You know what? He, as a chief, I mean, yeah, you can be mad at him, but it's more political over there. Man, he probably can't control that shit, dog. That's why he probably screamed out. Y'all don't know, dog. Like, man, we got a lot of people. I can tens of thousands. And I'm having to oversee them. We got them, but man, we got hundreds of them up in here, dog. That ain't even supposed to be in here. Just imagine they got that code of silence. That's crazy. I wonder if your boy gonna drop the ball. What y'all think? You think your boy gonna drop the ball? Loyalty, salute. So what do y'all think? Y'all think your man gonna drop the ball on him? Because I don't know. That right there, man, like something else. It's hundreds of them that shouldn't be there. Why would your police chief say? Why would he say that? And why he can't do nothing about it? Why, if he knows 100 of them, wouldn't he know like 5 of them? Couldn't he get 5? Couldn't he get 3 of them? Obviously, he can't touch them hundreds. I don't care what nobody say. That's something else, man. When I saw this yesterday, I was like, oh yeah. And I was gonna do it, and RP to them people, man, out there in Sacramento too, man. That shooting, that man, they said it was targeted, cartel based, and that was sad, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I like the way that chief said, not everybody there was a drug dealer. That little baby was not one. The mother was not one, and the grandmother was not one. You know what I mean? So we also got to take, and they make the title say that, but if you watch the videos, even the chief said that. He said, yeah, it was targeted. Yeah, he think it was cartel. It was 2 people that they're still looking for, but he says let's not get it twisted. Yes, it was targeting cartel based, but not everybody in that house was no drug dealers or sold drugs. And I respect them for saying that, because people fail to realize the baby that got killed, and it was the mother, the 16 or 17-year-old mother that got killed, that was trying to run away with her baby. They stood over the baby, they stood over the mother and shot the mother multiple times in the head, and then stood over the baby and did the same thing. Shot the baby multiple times in the head. You know what I mean? So, salute to that chief saying that, because not everybody sell drugs, and it's part of somebody's family. But yeah, this right here, this some other stuff right here, man. This is deeper. For some reason, I feel like this is deeper than what people think. This some other stuff right here. Because why would the chief say that unless he had to give over? He had to give over some, he had to. Something ain't going on. So salute to the people coming in here. We got 118. Hit that like button before we get out of here. Again, I just want to play this and just give y'all awareness. Y'all check on this. Look this one up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might hear more today. It just came out just yesterday. It was dropped yesterday. And it shook London. It shook it up, man. It's all over the news channels over there. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that we don't get. It was all over the news channels about this police officer that, like I said, in London, they're gonna have to go back, and they was talking about, redoing the way they do stuff. They're gonna have to do something, because if it's hundreds of them out there like that, and he just won, and he was that sick for 18 years, I can imagine the vets. If he wasn't a vet, he might not be a complete vet. He might be somebody 25 years in the game. Who knows, man? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna play this. Salute to everybody coming in here.
Metropolitan Police Officer PC David Carrick was supposed to protect people. He preyed on them. A serial rapist who used his position first to seduce and then to scare his victims into staying silent. In court today, he admitted to a terrifying total of 49 offences, nearly half of them rape charges, prompting the head of the force he worked for to apologise.
Hold on, guys. I just want 49 offenses, and half of them was rape charges. Wait a minute. I thought they said it was 12 women. Yeah.
Of 49 offences, nearly half of them rape charges, prompting the head of the force he worked for to apologise to the women he abused.
Recognise that we failed.
Boss had to do that shit.
No, we've let women down.
Sorry.
I have tens of thousands of great men and women who really care about policing London, but it's also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
PC Carrick
no, you
worked
ain't
as
tough
an armed
enough.
officer in the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. During almost 2 decades of service, he abused.
Oh, wait, hold on, guys. Did y'all hear his title? Parliament and Diplomat Commander. So he dealt with the people who had diplomatic immunity, right? Wouldn't that be it? Yeah.
Worked as an armed officer in the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. During almost...
Oh, yeah. Protective services. Yeah, he was a big dog. Damn, dog. He was the commander. He was a pretty big guy, wouldn't he? Wouldn't that be considered a pretty big guy? Especially for that's why he probably had to apologize.
Also very obvious I have hundreds of people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough about dealing with that.
PC Carrick worked as an armed officer in the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. During almost 2 decades of service, he abused that position to gain his victims' trust. PC David Carrick repeatedly humiliated his victims, locking women in the understairs cupboard of his Hertfordshire home.
My thing is, how the hell he do that? Didn't they scream? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it sound like some human trafficking shit. That's what it sound like. He hiding them. Okay, so then listen to it. He hide them in the cupboard down in his basement. That's what they would do.
Repeatedly humiliated his victims, locking women in the understairs cupboard of his Hertfordshire home or forcing them to clean the house naked. He referred to women as his slaves, telling them when they could sleep and eat, and in
when
some
they could sleep. That's basically, he was human trafficking them, right? They couldn't eat, sleep. They did what he said, and he was their slaves, and he kept them locked up in the basement,
urinating on them. But his
now that part right there, that's some different shit, and that's what the sick part is. All sick, bro. Why you gotta pee on them? Like, woof, like you just going around peeing on them? Why that's crazy in his house?
Sleep and eat, and in some cases, urinate. But undetected by the force he worked for, despite his behaviour being brought to its attention no fewer than 9 times. In 2000.
See, that's what I'm confused. That no fewer than 9 times shit. It was, we don't know how many times it was, because she done named several. She didn't use words like fewer, several, after the fact. Like, how many we know he had 49. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they tried to dumb it down. If they said he had 49 offenses, 24 of them was automatically rape. And I think the reason why he admitted to it, because he don't want people to know the rest of the story. You can't tell me. I think he went on ahead and took the charges because he would have had to take it to trial. He admitted to it. He bypassed trial. He didn't want it to. He didn't want to take trial. He pled guilty plea.
Undetected force he worked for, despite his behaviour being brought to its attention no fewer than 9 times. In 2000, Carrick was
I don't
accused of
understand that shit.
burglary and sending abusive messages. Despite this, he passed the vetting procedure to join the Metropolitan Police the next year. Whilst serving, he was
That's
accused
crazy.
of harassment and assault in 2002 and a domestic incident in 2004, despite several more allegations against him, none of which led to criminal prosecutions. Carrick was successfully acquitted in 2017. In July 2021,
That's
after being
crazy.
arrested on suspicion of rape, he was placed on restricted duties. But 2 months later, those restrictions were lifted after the charges were dropped.
This is
It was only in
crazy.
October
This is crazy.
2021 that he was finally.
You know what's so messed up? You can't call him no snitch because he the police. So that's like, I mean, only a nigga that tell on people that would be able to get out, but he wouldn't tell on himself because he was the police, dog. And he's in a big, bro, he got a big name job. He in the diplomatic area behind the gate. You know what I'm saying? Where they have princes and all this. You know what? He might have been, man, listen, because them a lot of those, what do they call them like them kings, and when they come into the United States, they got diplomatic immunity, those big wig people like that, dog. You know what I'm saying? The Koreans, all that. Man, they might have had him. He might have been, bruh, that might be the hotbed. That might be the hotbed right there. Like, as far as like how they handling business there. I'm just saying, I don't know. That's allegedly, I don't know.
Suspended from it after another accusation of rape by a woman he'd met on a dating app.
This is a man who relentlessly degraded, belittled, sexually assaulted and raped women. As time went on, the severity of his offending intensified as he became emboldened, thinking he would get away with it.
And for 18 years, he did.
This appalling incident represents a breach of trust. It will affect people's confidence in the police, and it's clear that standards and culture need to change.
Yeah, if you know him,
PC
if you know
David
at least
Carrick's
100.
crimes have had a devastating impact on the lives of 12 women. His police force's failure to detect them has destroyed the trust of millions more.
That's why I said it. They said, man, I'm telling you, it's big over there. They say, man, because, I mean, he said 100 of them. So that just probably then came to light. It's probably been many of people that has been complaining about some of them police are. Hell, that's crazy. We sitting over here talking about how they do people. They over there taking it. Women ain't even safe to be out there. Ain't no telling. There might be some that want to take it from boys or men or kids. Like he said, hundreds of them. So everybody ain't the same. And the ones that's in the team, they at least part of some type of clique. And I don't think he can do nothing about that, man. This is mind-blowing. And y'all need to keep up on this, man. And like I said again, I just wanted to bring awareness to show y'all because I just couldn't believe it. 117 in the building, man. Hit that like button. So yeah, man, I wanted to bring awareness to you guys because I just feel like I said, we talk about every different thing. I talk about history and I keep y'all up current event going on here. But this yesterday, they had me watching it. I watched the press conference. You know, y'all get a chance, go look at it. And they go a little bit more in depth. The women, they get to talking and stuff. And like I said, when I saw it, it just hit like, it was like just within 4 hours yesterday. Yeah, protect yourself, women, please. Because, I mean, you got people like that. And then, like I said, just over there. And then you got to remember now, we did talk about London. We talked about over there. We talked about how, again, the whole savage movement. People don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? The whole savage movement. That's why a lot of people don't get it. They don't understand, man. It's deeper than what we think. And I just think that if that man said that we got tens of thousands of, we'll hear it one more time before we get out of here. I just think this is crazy. I can't believe this guy. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Share the content.
Charges, prompting the head of the force he worked for to apologise to the women he abused.
I recognise that we failed, and I'm sorry, and I know we've let women down. I have tens of.
That's the only thing that I have a problem with, and I feel like maybe he might know something that we don't. Because I mean, what the hell is sorry gonna do when they already said they filed charges? Like, didn't it get up to you? Why did it take all those charges for you to? That's crazy. Like, what? Yeah, something is going on with him. I don't know, or maybe they got him in that spot as just the front man.
Thousands of great men and women who really care about policing London, but it's also very obvious the people who shouldn't be here, and we haven't been tough enough with that.
PC Carrick.
Yeah, you was not tough enough at all, bro. You was not tough. You weren't tough on none of that shit. I don't know what you was doing. And then to have the gall to say there's 100, you talking about people who has weapons and who has authority. There's at least 100 of them out there that it shouldn't be no police. What? Damn, at least 100 of them out there. We got tens of thousands that's good, but at least hundreds of them. I don't know how many hundreds. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like that woman. What did she say? What was her saying? Few of 9 or whatever the hell. I don't know what the hell that meant. Few of more than 9. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, salute to everybody coming in here rocking with your boy. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody showing love, tapping in. I just want to bring awareness again. This is about the London police accused of being a serial rapist. You know what I'm saying? And we got to recognize and let people know, man, this shit is crazy. It's unheard of, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So on that note, I appreciate everybody coming in, everybody hitting that like button, share the content, streaming on all platforms. And again, we're going to play our music and we're going to go and get out. Peace.
Yeah, real shit, real life. Here we go. Hey, feel like Cross, I'm a motherfucking boss. I got the drip, and you know I got the sauce. I tell these fuck ass niggas get lost. Coming through like I'm goddamn Santa Claus. And you know I rock my chain. Nigga, boy, I'm grown. I ain't tryna play no games. Doing what we want, and we doing what we claim. It's crazy how they pussy niggas selling out for fame. Like, look at my neck, look at my worth, nigga. I'ma shine so hard, make it hurt, nigga. Been the way that I am since birth, nigga. Tabernacle in the stream with a church, nigga. I'm chosen. I be in front of the camera posing. You see that choker on my neck and it's frozen. Hey, chosen. I am not stressed. I passed the test. Look at my name. Look at my team. You know we gon' win. Until the end. You know what I get. Stone C, like my name is Smith. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Run up on me, I'ma make you do flips. Do a backflip. Niggas they cap like an actress. All the forward niggas doing magic. Pull up on your mama tragic. Woo, 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 hey, woo, 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 hey, yeah, hey. You can buy a watch, but you can't buy time. Every day I wake up, I'm on my grind. All that bullshit ain't on my mind. Don't need your help, my nigga, I'm fine. I'm real. Yeah. Hey, riding in my whip and I be changing the lane. Got my OG saying I be staying